Pokemon Masters has been out for a month. A month? Can you believe that? Damn, where does time go? To the past. The time goes to the past. Let's talk about some Pokemon Masters. Alright, so this video is a follow-up to the previous video I've done on Pokemon Masters. In the last video that I discussed regarding this game, it was within the first week of the launch. And the story at the time was that Pokemon Masters in the first week made $26 million in the first week, which was absolutely insane. With that being said, like I said, this is a follow-up video, and there's some things to take a look at here. So this article is coming to us again from Nintendo Life. They just put out so many good articles when it comes to Nintendo stuff. It's kind of hard to go anywhere else for sources, but I do try to check, as many sources as I can. Pokemon Masters just had the strongest launch month for a Pokemon mobile game since Go, which is, that's fine, with a cool 33 million spent by players, which is not fine, but that's fine. It's all fine. It's all fine here. How are you? The latest mobile effort from the Pokemon company, Pokemon Masters, has had an impressive opening month on the market, becoming the best performing title in its debut month. I had a long night, guys. I'm sorry. Since the behemoth that was and still is Pokemon Go. According to data gathered by Sensor Tower, the game has generated an estimated 33.3 million in player spending since it burst into the scene at the end of August. It's been a month, man. Like, holy crap. Holy crap. That places it significantly ahead of the totals achieved by games like Pokemon Quest and Pokemon Duel. But the chart below does little to show off its success when it has to compete with Go. You're taking a look at this right here, you can see Pokemon Go's made $302 million in the first month. And let's be honest, the demographic is completely different between Pokemon Go and Pokemon Masters. Pokemon Go, it was marketed for everybody to play. Hell, my aunt plays Pokemon Go, and she's never played a Pokemon game in her life. But because it gets her out of the house, going to the park, meeting new people, she plays it, and I get it. I understand. Again, though, she never played a Pokemon game in her life until Pokemon Go, and that's the whole appeal for Pokemon Go. Pokemon Masters appeals to those players who like gacha games or hero collection and stuff like that, and most of those players are going to be your Japanese or Asian markets. They love the gacha games. That's like, they live for them, apparently. So that's why you see so many of them. Pokemon Go is not a gacha game. Pokemon Masters is. If you don't know what a gacha game is, if you're catching this video for the first time, gacha game is basically a game that has microtransactions where you go ahead and you spend the currency in order to summon or order, or basically open up a loot box with a chance to get the highest rarity of whatever the prize is. So if it's a character, or if it's a Pokemon, in this case, it's a Pokemon trainer along with their corresponding Pokemon. So things like that is what a gacha game is. So Sensor Tower reports that Japanese players have spent the most of that 33.3 million, making up roughly 58% of that figure in total. Around 19.3 million. I'm sorry. Like I said, late night, guys. That's on me. It's not on you. As you might expect, players in the United States are second in the ranking, spending around 19% or 6.3 million of the total. The total spending during the game's first week on sale averaged around 3.5 million per day. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Well, okay, so this tells us a couple of things. Okay, so the first 26 million was in the first week. Okay, so when you take that into consideration, when you look at it in that regard, okay, 26 million in a week is incredible. Now, as much as I don't condone people spending money in these type of games. It is, I mean, you have to give credit where credit's due. They made a ton of money in that first week. But most of that money is that first week. So 33.3 million in a month. When you look at it that way, when you look at it in the way where it's the first week, it made 26 million. It only made $7 million the next 3 weeks. Okay, so the first week, so if you're talking about a month, that's typically 4 weeks. So within the first month, the first week, they made 26 million. And then the next 3 weeks, the corresponding 3 weeks, they made 7 million. So what does that tell you? That tells you that when the game first came out, people were spending like crazy because of the excitement, because of the hype, because it's a Pokemon game. Let's be honest, you slap Pokemon on anything and people are going to buy the whatever it is because it's Pokemon. Pokemon is a massive franchise. It is a huge money maker for Nintendo, huge money maker for the Pokemon company. So with that being said, the next 3 weeks only making 7 million leads me to believe that people lost their excitement for the game. Either that or they like got smart and started paying attention to the greedy microtransactions that was implemented into the game, and maybe they got tired of that. Regardless, my dog is doing something over there. Regardless, I think it's something to note that people are not so excited about Pokemon Masters as everybody would like you to believe, considering again that the last 3 weeks the game's only made 7 million. Now that's not to say 7 million is something to sneeze at, because $7 million is a lot of money, but most of that money is in the Japanese market as opposed to the rest of the world. So take that how you will. I see it as the excitement is gone. People have moved on to other things, and maybe most of the people who jumped into this were expecting something else because it is Pokemon, not expecting the gacha aspect of it, and maybe they didn't like it. Maybe they didn't like the gameplay of it. Like myself, I didn't like the gameplay. I didn't like the gacha. But all of that in consideration, let me know what you guys think. My dog is barking to go outside. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Let's have that conversation. Hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and I will catch you all in the next video. You guys have a great rest of your day. Good game, guys.